Well, let's just start off with the easy questions. Okay, Al? Well done. So this is, one of the big elephants in the room. I mean, this is a significant issue. And thank God most of our chief executives are the right people to be in their roles at this particular time. But if, in fact, you're on a board and there isn't that sense or that clarity that you have the right executive at the right point in time, the board needs to have that conversation. And I'm not one to say whether you do or you don't have the right person, but there needs to be an executive session, a conversation. The board either needs to stand by the executive or make a quick decision to make a change. And if you make a change, my guidance to you is to not dive into a full search at this particular point in time of crisis. Not many people are probably looking. Their searches are very time consuming, but I would encourage you to actually hire an interim executive director to guide you through this critical time.
And I guess I'm thinking too, Susan, maybe not that the person's the wrong person, the chief executive, but that they're dragging their heels. They're not, I suggested to somebody, speak to this person quietly, one-on-one, not with the full board laid out on Zoom. Express your concerns in a way that's not threatening, but not to just assume as all the money goes out the door and that the chief executive has everything figured out.
I think that's great advice. The other piece I would add is that I am hearing more and more about, and it's usually driven by the chief executive, but it could be driven by the board chair as well. More and more boards are creating what I would call a thought leadership group or a small think tank, where it's the chief executive, likely the board chair, and then maybe one or two other really good thinkers who sit at the board table, who are calm but very strategic in their nature, and that this think tank, if you will, can address many of the issues and be very nimble, which is critical right now, and then report back to the rest of the board. If you have a CEO who is not fully taking action or taking action as quickly as you want, being part of this thought leadership group might be helpful in helping to drive that action.